The main goal of this project is to promote the artistic creativity with children and youth from disadvantaged communities. The need and desire to create is a common urge of all humanity. Humans require more than physical nourishment and care for their basic well-being. The arts provide a unique vehicle to expand our thinking and perceptive capacity and foster skilled ways of communicating with the world. This project began in 2003 as an exploration of what dance and art can provide to orphan children. A 3-month trip was made possible with the help of a vast number of people that were drawn to support this project. Uganda has 940,000 orphans due to the HIV/AIDS crisis, which has killed a huge number of people. A devastating war continues to rage in the northern parts of Uganda, where children are abducted and forced to take up arms and become rebels. The rest of the country is more stable and secure than the majority of other African nations. However, the arts and art education have long been ignored. One orphanage where I worked is the Makindi Orphanage. There are 150 children living in a very small space, and the majority is orphans of HIV/AIDS. While the orphanage tries to provide some food and shelter, it lacks many of the most basic necessities. The other orphanage where I worked is supported by the Greek Orthodox Church and has more of the basics. However, the children live in difficult conditions due to the orphanage limited resources and crowded spaces. Dance and art is woven deep into the fabric of everyday African life and cultural celebrations. However, the orphans lack spaces, motivation, and opportunities to express themselves or explore their creativity. And as in most places throughout the world, the school administration does not consider movement and art an inroad to deepen learning. Through my studies of somatic movement therapy and Lavan-Bartenig movement analysis, I know that brain patterns and deep knowledge is created through movement. At the orphanage, I work to create a space and time for the children to learn and explore their own creativity through the Lavan movement system. Through these structured activities, they are often able to find ways to express their uniqueness. Exploring on their own and in teams allows them to broaden their range of movement and expression and to interact with each other in various ways. The children were of mixed ages. They work in solos, duets and trios. They learn and dance the concepts of still forms and shapes. They work with levels to broaden the possibilities in physically expressive play, and with the concepts of sudden and sustained time effort. We work with the concept of direct and indirect space effort and relate this to achieving our goals in life. For instance, we use direct space effort to learn juggling. As they learn the concept of strong weight effort, I ask them to push into each other as a way to learn to stand on their feet. The students use the strong weight effort to say aloud what their life goals are and what they want to achieve. I observe a frequent weight-sensing quality in their movement signature that makes me think about their tribal heritage. When they grasp a minimum understanding of weight, we go on to explore the idea of balance, differentiating the left and right sides of the body while remaining aware of the center of gravity. Sometimes it's raining hard or the sun is so intense that we can't work outside. So we work in the classroom where space is very limited. We use the benches to continue exploring balance. We play with the concepts of balance and out of balance, and I ask them to relate the meanings of those concepts to their lives. We explore touch as a way of connecting and communicating with others. Working with props is very stimulating. It is a new and fun experience for them. Another working tool we use is the informal solo performances. This is how they find ways of expressing their stories, thoughts, perceptions, and needs. These performances help develop their ability to communicate through their bodies, to observe, listen, and give attention to others. Sometimes I ask them to draw something related to the dance experience, and other times I encourage them to write in a journal. They find writing, drawing, or talking about their daily experiences a very new concept. To ensure that the project continues and flourishes, various local artists were encouraged to get involved. They come from different art disciplines and work as volunteers without any economic support. The vision of In Movement project is to establish and support a permanent link between the orphanage and the local artist. This step of the project culminates at the Makindi Orphanage with a very festive party day, including body painting, drumming, dance, and basic contact improvisation. To see them in such a joyous state reaffirms the idea of their rich cultural heritage in dance and art. As a Muzungu, which means white person in the local language, my choice to live in a very African way is rich, intense, and challenging. I feel very supported and embraced by the community. Other times I feel overwhelmed by the hardness of life in Africa and challenged by the cultural shock. It has taken a while since my return from Africa to assimilate this entire trip and develop a clear plan for the project's future. Thanks to this experience, the personal connections and the seed of the In Movement project already planted in Uganda, I now have a larger vision. We are a strong team of people with complementary skills and a cohesive vision to expand the scope and reach of this project. This experience helps me to confirm that the Laban system allows opening the doors of expression, power, and aliveness, very much needed in disadvantaged communities. I believe that the Laban system is not only an effective framework for dancers and performers, but it is also a powerful tool to share with all communities.